where the Liberal Caucus is meeting today for the first time since the federal election. Here's Prime Minister Mark Carney. Let's listen.
Define a new economic and security relationship with the United States and build, and there's a lot of ands in what I'm about to say, and build the strongest economy that works for everyone. Canadians also want their life to become more affordable. They want their communities safer. We will deliver these mandates with urgency and determination. We are going to get going from minute one. We are starting as we aim to go on. This is one of the most rapid returns of Parliament in Canadian history, and it will be one, and Steve will detail, one of the most busy returns to Parliament in Canadian history because of the moment. Demain, c'est le retour du Parlement.
Coming back of Parliament. The day after, His Majesty King Charles III will deliver the throne speech and present the plan of our government, our priorities, as Canada is facing a moment that's key.
A world that's more dangerous and divided, most so since the end of the Second World War. The biggest transformation of the global trading system since the fall of the Berlin Wall. The reality of the impact of our long-standing weak productivity is making life less affordable for Canadians and is beginning to strain our government finances and starting to put at risk the social programs on which Canadians rely. These are the challenges we must face and turn into opportunities. Opportunities to give Canadians the Canada that they deserve. Opportunities to transform our economy to be the strongest in the G7. Opportunities to build new partnerships with reliable allies. Opportunities, indeed duties, to secure our sovereignty and make our communities safe. To get going, we're going to introduce several key pieces of legislation, and Steve later on will go into this in more detail. But it's about making life more affordable immediately for Canadians, legislating that middle-class tax cut, legislating the cut in the GST for first-time.
We will work closely with the provinces and territories, the indigenous communities, to identify and accelerate the realization of projects of national interest. Projects that will link Canada, reinforce our links with the rest of the world, and improve the growth of our economy for generations to come.
We'll introduce immediate legislation to fast-track these projects of national interest and to eliminate all federal barriers to free trade in Canada as our contribution to free trade on Canada Day. We'll work relentlessly to keep Canada safe as a sovereign nation and to keep Canadians safe in their communities. Nous protégerons la souveraineté canadienne.
The Canadian sovereignty by building again and reinvesting in the Canadian Armed Forces. Yes, there's a lot. It will be a great change. A great change. A lot of discussions, a lot of action as far as the armed forces will reinforce the safety of our frontiers and to have our police forces and our information agents.
The criminal code for those who are threatening the safety of Canadians by making bail harder to get for those charged with stealing cars, with home invasion, with drug smuggling, with human trafficking.
All our actions, Mr. Minister, we will be guided by a new discipline of income tax discipline. Our government will spend less so that Canadians can invest more. And we will fight so that the Canadians get the best deal possible with the United States. We'll take the necessary time, but not more than that. But we will also reinforce our relations with trusted partners. Canada has what the world needs, and we are defending the values that the world respect.
We have what the world wants. We have the values the world respects. So, we are going to be very, very busy in the next few weeks. But we are going to be very, very busy in the next few months. We are going to be very, very busy in the next few years. We're going to have to do things previously thought impossible at speeds not seen in generations. And your commitment. Your commitment, your ideas, your energy will be essential, and our partnership will be vital. It's my solemn commitment to work with all of you to seize this moment for Canadians, to build big, to build bold, to build together, to build now. Let's get to work. Merci beaucoup.
Thank you very much.
Okay, we've been listening to Prime Minister Mark Carney addressing Caucus ahead of the start of the spring session on Monday. Carney calling it one of the busiest returns to Parliament in Canadian history, also laying out the priorities for the Liberal government. He mentioned fast-tracking projects of national interest, eliminating barriers to free trade in Canada, strengthening the economy, building relationships with reliable allies, securing our sovereignty, and making communities safe. Once again, Parliament set to return on Monday with a speech from the throne on